Turn this up, let me turn this down. Hey Nathan, no worries, bud. So I'm back at a normal time, guys. How awesome is that? Just for today, maybe tomorrow. I basically got a free day off. I'm not gonna go into it. But ooh, that was a Pepsi burp. I got a free day off. So yeah, it's nice being live at a normal time. There we go. I hope you are all well. Oh, I'm no deep fake. You're saying Pepsi's less than Coke? Oh, Nathan. Oh, Nathan. At least if I moved in, no one would touch my Pepsi. Donuts time? No donuts time. No, I just had some Panda Express, actually. It was wonderful. Is that greater than? Oh, yeah, my bad, because less than... Okay, yeah. Great. Yeah, Pepsi is the best. Learn your math. I know. I know my electronics mathematics. Does that count? What about lemonade, Nathan? How does lemonade from Chili's rank? Nope, we gotta move this over here. We gotta go to me. Let's see here. Let's share this in the Discord. You're 16 from 600. Awesome, Bubba. Congrats. I'm live. And then I'm live. And then one more time in general. Oh wait, someone already posted it. Oh, alligator skull. Oh, I gotta fix the the stream title. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. Let me do that. This is not a morning stream. Maybe for people in Europe this would be morning stream. Alright, let's do this. GG, water is better, though, because we'd die without it, plus our ancestors never had Pepsi, Coke, whatever. Our ancestors never had advanced medicines either. I mean, so they never had penicillin. Can't have one without the other. And they're dead as a result. What? We got our fan on behind us. I did get something in the mail today, guys. Where did I put that cap? I think it fell. Yeah, it did. Check this bad boy out. It's heavy. I got it. Oh, it's upside down. I got in my GeForce 2080. So tomorrow I get my case in, and it looks like tomorrow I'll be building my computer on the stream somehow. I've got to figure out a way. I basically got to take everything out of the old case, the new old case, the one that's too small, and transport it into the new case. It's bigger. No worries, Seanza. Do what you do, bud. Make me play a scary game. Well, I'll be able to play all the scary games I want when my new computer's built. The worst drink, not a drink, is ocean water. I'm gonna double down with lava. You know, you can drink anything once. So, there's that. I mean, I'm sure some of it'll get in your stomach. Yeah, we're fine. Let's see here. Nature's spicy water. Can't drink a brick. I mean, I suppose it's got to be like a semi-liquid. Molten aluminum. Everyone is live streaming. Yeah, I know. Since I haven't been live streaming, everybody's like, let's fill in Chappy's spot. That's probably not what they were thinking. But it's what I choose to believe. And isn't that all what really matters? Trying to find a good creepy story. "52 minutes. You're not going to get me to read for 52 minutes straight. I'm back at night for now. Until my crew starts back up, then I go back to night shift. Me with aliens, you want me to play Signal generator? Or Signal simulator? This one's called I'm No Fool. Let me give this one a shot. I feel like all my LEDs are misplaced and stuff. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. A story with aliens. I'll see what I can find here in a little bit. Let me try this one. GG. I got my creepy thing. Yesterday my brother and I were in the room talking. We both clearly heard a cat. We have a few cats. But we have a loud purifier and humidity going, so we couldn't have we couldn't have heard it from there. Ooh, spoopy. Ooh, spoopy indeed. Spoopy things always happen. Sometimes you gotta investigate. Sometimes you just run away. In fact, it's usually best to run away. Oh, Yandiri. Oh, no fanfic in here, please. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, let's see if we can, let me see if I can adjust the size of this. Funny seeing me on here, I know. At a normal time. It's amazing. me see here. We've got 12 people in here. Alright, well, let's start with this story. It's a short one. It's called I'm No Fool. I pity the fool. Aw. I suck. Yeah, I suck for time zones, I know. Daddy, there's a monster in my closet. No, there isn't, I reply, in my half-asleep state. We've been through this already. Now my wife is awake too. Shouldn't you at least check? It seems like ever since she got back from the hospital, all those bodies started turning up around the city. There was another one last night. It was in the paper. Yeah, I can't tell you how broken up I am over all those dead pimps and drug dealers. Somehow, I don't think whoever's taking them out is after our kid. Just humor her, please. She turns to Kayla. Did you see the monster? Kayla nods. He's really tall and has long fingers, but a big mouth with sharp, shiny teeth. He hides in the closet and peeks around the door. He says he's coming for me real soon. His name is Gore Grinder. Now I'm pissed. I throw off the covers and jump out of bed. Susan grabs my arm and leans in close. Would you please have some patience with her? She hisses. My God, she just made a complete recovery from a disease that kills children at her age. It's a miracle we're even here to inconvenience you in the first place. I know, I'm going already, I growl back. I storm into her room, turn on the light, nothing. The closet slowly creaks open. I throw it open, nothing. Oh wait, I'm doing it wrong. I turn off the lights and let the moon illuminate the room. There he is. So tall he would have to duck to come out of the closet, wearing a coat that covers most of his body. It looks like it's made of bearskin or something, his arms crossed over his chest, with his wrists bent impossibly long fingers pointing downward. Warty skin that looks tougher than leather. A mouth that looks too wide for its own head, filled with steely blades for teeth. I shove him against the wall of the closet, follow him in to make sure my wife and kid can't hear me. I already paid you with the fresh one last night, you bastard. Don't you collect her unless I'm at least a week late. That was the deal. You scare my kid one more time and I'll kick the shit out of you. He grins delightedly by the righteous indignation, his mouth stretched extra wide. Even in the dark of the closet, I can see his blackened teeth glistening. He knows I can't make good on my threats, but he doesn't care. He doesn't scare me either. He's bound by the same rules I am. I back out of the closet, and he comes after me slowly, grinning defiantly. Whatever. I shut the door in his face, then I wait a few seconds to open it. Again. Gone. I head back to our room. Okay, sweetie, the monster's gone. Susan puts her finger on her lips. Kayla's curled up against her, sleeping peacefully, as if she knows how safe she is. And I'll do anything to keep her that way. Anything. Fine, she can stay, but just for tonight. I squeeze into bed next to them, with what little room the girls have left me. I'm still too annoyed to sleep. Not just a gore grinder, but his master. Does he really think I'd sign a contract on my own blood, on a parchment made of human skin, without reading it first? How stupid does he think I am? So, there's that. I don't know if I like that one. That was a different creepypasta. How you guys doing? Gotta get out the Burt's Bees. Oh, I got the Burt's Bees. Put the Burt's Bees on. Burt's Bees on the lips. I bet I can Google that gore grinder. Music. Yeah, I think it is a band. I don't know for sure. Oh no, that's the real thing there, Tom. No deep fake of Burt's Bees. That'd be ridiculous. Tom asking the real questions in here. Tom, you're ridiculous, bud. But I love you anyways. You're alright in my book, Tom. Lucas Zaid. I really want to stay around, but it's late for me. I have uni tomorrow. But have a good stream. Thanks, buddy. You do well at school tomorrow. That girl had a whole band in her closet. Free music. I'm jealous. I don't think that with the. There's some folks in the sciencey areas who just think and say that all existence is actually just a projection, simulation. It's true. There's a pretty good chance we're in the Matrix. I mean, I don't know. Hey Janie, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. This one's called The Creep. Let's see how this goes. Do you hear it? The creep upon my cellar stairs. I lie awake tonight with fright in my heart. And a creep upon my cellar stairs, the young girl muttered into a belly of a teddy bear. A fearful groan erupted as she heard it once again. Do you hear it? The creep is up on my kitchen floor. Woe was her to have this fear, to hear the creep beyond the door. Juliet was 12, modest and kind, however cowardly as a mouse, and not inclined to investigate the bumps in the deep, dark night. No daddy to call on. A mother that worked, Juliet sat listening for which lurked. Only for a moment, as the silence fell again, she heard the creak. An obvious strain. Do you hear it? She roared. The creep is in the living room floor. Slipping from the safety of the warm, snug bed, she crept over so slowly, but felt only dread as beyond the door and down the hall, she knew it awaited, up through the crawl, through the deep, dark night. Minutes passed without a breath, till the girl fell to her knees and whimpered, for she feared her death. As from her place upon the floor, she heard the creak as before. Is this a rhyming scheme? It's not really set up like that. Whatever. Did you hear it? The creep upon my very hall? No doubt to pounce upon us? Yeah, it is. I'm not going to read this. Nope. Command decision. I don't like the rhyming ones. We got a Demon of the Outback. Does not have good reviews. You, a poem. I know, not even a good one. Oh yeah, I read this one. Yeah, the tapping one. A lot of tapping ones. The creak of the door. Oh, SPC stuff? Or is it SCP? Is that what you mean? SGC. I don't know what that one is. SCP maybe? Is that what it is? I don't usually read those because they're kind of long. I usually like to keep it in the 4 to 5 minute range. 3 to 5 minutes. Because people don't have that long of attention spans. They're pretty good though. What haunts the fields? Yeah, SCPs are pretty good. I am going to be teaming up with Smiley, the Smiley virus. Some of you guys that have been here a while know him. I'm going to do some audio, send him some audio, and he's going to edit it to video. And then I'll do some videos on my stream that aren't streams. So look out for that. I'm pretty excited about that. You had an SCP type dream last night? I feel like I need something to drink. Do I have anything to drink? I don't think I do. I do in my truck. It was wild. Yes, Smiley is an awesome dude. And he's getting into editing. And he said he'll process my audio for me. Get a beer. I have beer in my truck. It's just not cold. If y'all want to hang on 1 second, let me run to my truck and grab some stuff. I can talk with y'all. It'd be like old days, you know, like when I used to take a break. So let me put on some music. Let me, this one's here already. This one's here already. Let's, voice meter. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Click to toggle between loop all. Yeah, we're gonna loop all of these. So I'll be right back. Y'all hold tight.
To times can I keep telling myself? How many times will I repeat myself? How many times will I destroy myself before I find myself, find myself? How many times can I keep telling myself? How many times will I repeat myself? How many times will I destroy myself before I find myself, find myself? Days I know I should have waited, contemplated, speculate my generations of what they say, my ignorance is gonna feel
Hey folks. Oh. I am back. Sorry about that. Let's try some hot green tea. Not bad. It's not hot, it's lukewarm. Let us got hot. Oh, get hot. Let us get high. Okay. I read that wrong. You weed smokers. So I took a picture of how bad it's storming out here. I took a screenshot. Check this out. This is the all those little dots are lightning. So there's that. And there was more lightning. 1.4 miles away now. Awesome. Alright, there we go. How you guys doing? Hey. Didn't do nothing here. It sounds suspicious. Tornadoes hate Dallas. It just ignores us and go to mesquites. Maybe. I'm finding Oh, they've got the Zozo experience. I'm just gonna, some of you folks that have been around, you might want to click on that. I should send that to Nathan. I'm just gonna read this one little thing, but this falls back onto Nathan playing with his Ouija board live on the stream. So let me read this first little. This is by Sobellum69, who sent the following message. Recently, I've come to knowledge of what is known as the Zozo phenomenon. To start, I must tell you that what the Ouija board is. To those who don't, it's a children's toy with letters spelled out across the board. A person or a group can put their hands and fingers on a planchette and try to summon spirits. The spirit then moves the planchette around the board, spelling out sentences. Some claim it's each other doing the moving, which often tends to be. Others claim it's their subconscious. Yet many believe it's actually spirits. I will not get into this. If you want to research this, there's plenty of information. The Zozo phenomenon is the fact that people fall for all over the world for the last 30 years. The time the board became popular. They've reported an entity named Zozo, or Zoso, or Zuzu, or Zoo, or Zo, and other Z-worded names like that. This creature often starts claiming it's another spirit, or trying to act friendly or nice. More often than not, Zozo quickly becomes violent, curses you out, and takes complete control of the board. For many, this is not the end, however. No matter how many boards they use, Zozo comes back. And soon it doesn't end with the board. Many report hauntings by Zozo. Some claim possession, others claim harassment. It often carries a very common theme, however. Zozo either pretends to be friendly for a while and slowly drains away from its host, or he's outright hostile, terrifying the poor souls unlucky enough to encounter him. Many have asked Zozo questions of his origins. On most occasions, after revealing himself as Zozo, he will not deny what he is. He will outright tell you he is a demon from hell, even once claiming to be Satan himself. Although this last part was probably one of the many scare tactics. There's much evidence of ancient entities in ancient Africa, medieval Europe, and Christianity of a demon named Zozo, which in English translates to the destroyer. Zozo has been known to curse off the Hebrew and quote Bible verses, and to react severely negatively to anything about God or Jesus Christ, even relinquishing his grip on his victims when being commanded in a Christian fashion. I do not know if this is common with other religions as well, and it doesn't always work for Christians as well. I'm writing this as a warning to inform my fellow creepypasta readers that not everything is as it seems. If you happen to use one of these boards or an automatic writer and something by the name of Zozo appears, leave the game properly and cleanse the house by your religion. So, yeah, there's like a whole thing about it here. So if y'all want to read into that, there's the link. Pretty creepy stuff. Janie had a productive day. Nobody won't let me do Zuzu. Sleek. The only tornadoes we get in California come from the gas station, roller grill. Oh, that's terrible, Sleek. My favorite Ouija board experience was one time we got something that just kept spelling DEAD over and over. It cracked me up and my pals up. Hope you're spelling dead out there somewhere. Dead. Konnichiwa. Hey, David. The Fermi Paradox. Here's a story. As astronomers began to dig deeper into the cosmos, a puzzling question arose. In a universe that is vast and ancient as our own, why can't we find any signs of other intelligent life? We have already discovered a number of Earth-like planets, and it's estimated that there are thousands, if not millions, of planets throughout the galaxy that could support life as well as we know it. Presumably, at least a few would give rise to advanced alien civilizations, and we should be able to detect such civilizations by listening to radio signals that are too complex and organized to be of natural origin. After all, anyone within 100 light years of the sun could detect us through the broadcast emanating from Earth. So why couldn't it work the other way around? Yet whenever we listen for these signals, we only hear silence. There is nothing. Nothing but the chaotic emissions of pulsars, gamma-ray bursters, and other natural sources. Scientists refer to this as the Fermi Paradox, giving the seemingly statistical certainty there being alien civilizations. Why can't we find any? Why do we seem to be so special? It wouldn't be a matter of signals fading over distance. We can detect the faint glow of galaxies millions of light years away that have long since ceased to exist. There have even been a number of proposed explanations. Maybe Earth is truly unique after all. Maybe aliens don't use radio waves. However, some scientists fear a different possibility. Perhaps advanced civilizations invariably destroy themselves long before being able to broadcast for any meaningful amount of time. It could be nuclear war, or it could be an environmental catastrophe. Whatever it is, the theory speculates, within a couple of short centuries of becoming advanced enough to harness radio waves, intelligent life is doomed to obliterate itself. The window of time during which it would send and receive radio broadcasts is but a blink of an eye in the cosmic time frame. And if the signals arrive at the world of another intelligent species, it would likely be too early or too late. If this is true, humanity is simply another iteration of an infinite cycle of doomed civilizations that repeats itself all over the cosmos. Despite all of our achievements and accomplishments, we will all die a painful collective death, perhaps within our own lifetime. And just as we are unaware of our alien predecessors on distant worlds, future intelligent life on a system but 20 light years away will never know we even existed. Who knows? We tried sending targeted broadcasts to various star clusters, but perhaps others did the same. We've tried securing a form of symbolic immortality by sending probes carrying our life story into stellar inner space, but perhaps the universe is littered with such mementos to dead races, all launched in the same vain hope of being remembered by the cosmos. Why would we be so special? Of course, this proposal could be false. There is no real scientific evidence either way. It is all an intellectual parlor game for astronomers, right? Perhaps. But the next time you read about climate change, the next time you learn about how close we are to becoming the brink of nuclear war, at all times. The next time you hear an emerging crisis in North Korea or Iran, look up at the stars and remember the Fermi paradox. Chapster, how's it chappinin'? It's chapping, it's doing, bud. Don't squint. You have a job interview tomorrow. Where are you getting a job at? I hope you get it. Especially if you want it. But if you don't want it, then I hope you don't get it. But you wouldn't go unless you wanted it. You like science ones. Also, Chappy got better at reading. Valero. Well, that's a good place to work. I hope you get it, Hope. I've come to the realization, Ernie, that sometimes I just can't read. No, some mornings I can read just fine. Oh. I left beer in the freezer. I hope it doesn't explode. I'm only going to leave it in there for a little bit. You need a jog? Yeah, good luck, Hope. I hope you get it. Sleep drinks make me talk funny. How does sleep drinks make me talk funny? So I'm going to be drinking a sleep drink here in a little bit. Even though I woke up a couple hours ago. I got to go back to bed for work in the morning. Woe is me. Let me go check the temperature of that beer. I don't think my freezer is that good. But no, I don't like to snooze. I really don't. In fact, it'll be very difficult for me to fall asleep. You know what? I got beer. I'm happy. And then by the time I'm done drinking these beers, my other beer will be done. Ooh, it's a vintage. It's a 2019. Maybe it's a 2018, I don't know. Hey Siri, flashlight.
It's on.
Yeah, it's a 2019. There's my, a Michelob Ultra. It's only got 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's 4.2% alcohol by volume. So, clink it and sink it, like Good Mythical Morning say. Cheers, y'all. Oh, that's good. Siri turned on your flashlight. funny. Good myth or dorks? LOL. I don't care. I'm a dork myself. God, I haven't had a beer in over a month. She did it again. Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
Why don't koala bears hang around with all the other bears? Because they don't meet the qualifications.
Let's see, did she tell you a joke? I don't know. Anyways. Dude, I'd be having Irish beer withdrawals. What is that? What's the one for Android? Hey Google. That'd be really funny if you're Android. At Walmart, my dad works at. The shelves in every department, including dairy, the department my dad works in, aren't stocked much, and the managers blaming the employees. You turned off the mic. You use Bing. What? 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 Why? What? Why would you use Bing? I mean, there's a reason why people say, okay, I'll Google it. Or, hey, check Google. Nobody ever says, hey, check Bing. Or, hey, Bing it. There's a reason for that. What's wrong, Sleek? I'm not sure what's happening. It's your thug life? Thug life. Bing is boss, yo. Alright, well, it was a good run on YouTube. I mean, it was wonderful, but I think I'm going to delete my account now. Yeah. I got nothing for you guys. We're going to try, this is called Gateway. Your Google decided to help you. Supposedly, there are 7 gateways to hell scattered across the earth. These infernal entry points can, it is said, transport you to the underworld itself at certain times of the year, or if particular conditions are met. Why am I telling you this? Because I have a distinct feeling that I may have stumbled across one such place a little more than a month ago. It was around 9 p.m., and as I often do, I go walking along the rural path, which connects between the center of my town and the outlying residential areas, when I noticed something quite mysterious. The sky was darker than usual, and it seemed to me, but more concerning was a strange light piercing through the trees, which ran parallel to the path. I stopped and looked hard towards the ethereal glow, which, whilst relatively dim, was clearly visible. After a short time, my curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to search for the source of light. Trudging through the ever-thickening grass and foliage, A strange feeling of panic flooded over me. The most bizarre feeling, as though something truly horrific was about to occur. I stood still and caught my breath, and then reasoning that it was merely a panic attack, I continued in the direction of the captivating luminous glow. No more than 2 minutes had passed before I came upon the origin of the beacon. What I saw there, my mortal mind can never erase, even. And I feel duty-bound to forewarn you never to allow your pangs of curiosity to lead you to such a ghastly situation. If something appears amiss and malevolent in some way, give it a wide berth, lest you suffer my fate. I say this happened a little more than a month ago, of course, but I no longer keep track of time. I simply count the number of times I awake in this pure white room to the sounds of my own blood-curdling scream before I'm heavily sedated by the orderlies once more. I mean, don't look at red lights. Wait a second. Oh man. How you guys doing? Sianta, take it easy, bud. Guys, if you are interested, I have the link for my merchandise in the description below. And the Discord's in there. I think most of you are in the Discord, though. And the link to Honey, if y'all want to click on that. If you ever do any online shopping, it saves you money for free. And it doesn't do ads on your computer or anything. It's actually kind of awesome. It just sits there in the back until you go to buy something, and it says, hey, I think I found some coupons. In fact, it found a coupon for me when I bought I bought Windows through Kingwin for like whatever. It's it's cheap Windows 10. But Honey actually found me like 20 cents off, which isn't much. Do I have a septum ring? Do I have this? I don't. Does that help? Is that better? I haven't tried the key yet because I can't put together the computer. I guess technically I could put together the computer outside of the case, but I'll just wait until tomorrow to do it. Did Sleek never know that I had a septum rig? Wait. What are you asking, Sleek? Do I have a septum ring as merch? It's just a deep fake piercing. What piercing? You guys are crazy. I gotta close some of these windows. About time they put up a flash flood warning. I wonder if it's gonna rain. YouTubers are heading to live stream as much as they want. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I did submit a hat design to Teespring. So let's see if they accepted it. Let's see. Because you have to go through another company for hats and stuff. So I paid the fee for the hat. Okay. Let's check my email. Telephono. Oh. That's the wrong email address. There we go. Oh. Text. Lines with elements which are too small. Lines must be at least 4 points, where the negative space between the lines is insufficient. Nope. They denied my hat because they can't embroider my creepy smile. Ha! Whatever, I'll have to find out a creepy way to... There it is. All right. Is that a mole on my neck? Right here? Yes, it is. This guy. I've had it since I was a baby. Made it extra spoopy, huh? Cool. My LEDs are... I'm gonna have to make a new connector. That other connector works great after I resoldered it. Thought it was a bug. No bug. The darkness of the far side. Let's try this. Should we try it? It's got a pretty good review. My name is Jim McGraw. I was the command module pilot for Apollo 19. Contrary to popular belief, there are at least 2 more missions to the moon that were kept secret from the public. I flew to the moon on June 1973 under the command of Commander Thomas Caird. Our friend Steve Willis was the flight's lunar module pilot. The goal of our flight was to not be the first man landing on the lunar far side. Was to be the first man landing on the lunar far side. You see, word has it that the Department of Defense received information that the Russians were going to land in the Fermi crater. So we made up our minds to beat them by landing on the Tsiolkovsky crater, directly to the east of Fermi. Now, as the CMP, Command Module Pilot, I have a boring yet crucial job in the mission. My purpose is to stay in orbit of the moon while Tom and Steve explore the surface below. Whenever I swing back to the lunar near side, I'll report to Earth on their progress, as well as be out of direct line of sight of the mission control while on the other side. Apollo 19 blasted off from Cape Canaveral on June 16, 1973. It made its transorbital injection after orbiting the Earth twice. 4 days on the 20th, we entered lunar orbit. Tom and Steve flew down through the tunnel that connected the command module to the lunar module, sealed off both compartments, and separated. After checking the LM over through the triangular CM window, they began to make their descent. The procedure went rather smoothly, exactly as it was predicted in the sims. I watched eagerly as the LM slowly fell to the lunar surface. Soon my friends were out of sight. As they silently fell to the moon, I heard the excitement in their voices. The closer they got, the more tense they sounded. Eventually, I heard the radio, a loud whoop. "Touch," Tom yelled. "Engine shutdown," Steve calmly announced. For a brief moment, all was dead quiet. Then they realized what they had accomplished. I heard my two friends burst out laughing. They had successfully landed on the moon. Within an hour, they had completed their EVA checklist, and I gave Tom a go for the first spacewalk of the mission. No time was wasted in opening the hatch. As Tom got closer to the surface, while descending the ladder, he was silent. Soon he reached the footpad of the LM and stepped off onto the moon. Still no sound was uttered, no poetic phrase, nothing. Anxiously, I awaited his report. Honestly, anything would have been fine to hear, anything at all. Finally, Tom said my name. "Jim, do you copy?" "Yeah, Tom, what is it?" "I'm down," he said, not quite believing it himself. Wide-eyed, I stared at that last bit of Tchaikovsky as I disappeared over the horizon. I laughed and clapped my hands. "Bravo, Tom. How's the weather down there?" He chuckled a bit. "Clear skies, no clouds. Bright sunlight everywhere." Within 10 minutes, I passed back over the near side, out of communication with Steve and Tom. The last report I heard, Steve was coming down the ladder and was going to do some exploring with Tom and the lunar rover. After the planting of the flag, of course. Within moments, I had reestablished communication with Houston Mission Control and reported the progress of our mission thus far. Over the radio, I heard the thunderous claps of 50 men monitoring our flight. Gus, our mission's designated Capcom, congratulated me. "Be sure to tell us what they find on your next swing around," Gus said to me. That's about all I can do up here," I sighed. Seconds later, I flew to the near side night into the bright daytime of the far side. "What's the word, guys?" I asked eagerly. There was nothing but silence for a few moments. Then Steve said something. "Jim?" "Yeah, Steve." "We found something." "Well, what is it?" There was a pause. "We've stumbled across Apollo 18. Apollo 18 reported to have crash-landed in the back in February in the Tycho crater on the near side of the moon. With the loss of the CMDR and LMP, the CMP attempted to return to Earth, but the heat shield separated upon re-entry. If the LM had crashed on the other side, what was it doing here in Tchaikovsky?" "You guys sure it's 18? "Pretty damn sure. We went inside to examine." "Inside?" I cried. "You mean it isn't crashed? It came down intact?" "Perfectly fine, but the two pilots are missing. Their rover tracks lead to somewhere deep in the crater." "I think we'll follow them," Tom said. It took me a while to process this bombshell. When my craft returned to the near side, I didn't know how to explain this find to Houston. "What's the news of Tom and Steve?" Gus asked. After contemplating what to say, I finally decided to be truthful. They found 18. Silence greeted us. A while later, he came back. You're serious? Oh, come on, Gus. Don't play games with me. You must have known about this. How in the hell is something that's supposed to have crashed on Tycho located on the opposite side of the moon? Another pause, then. It's probably just a failed satellite, Jim, that crashed. One of those early Canaveral jobs. I cut him off. Don't give me some bull excuse from the DOD. It was an LM, lunar module. They are vastly different from any sort of satellite. Now talk, I angrily demanded. Radio cut off. Was coming up in a few seconds. Right before I lost communication, Gus mumbled, I don't know what to tell you, Jim. Daylight flooded the capsule as I drifted back to the far side. Tom and Steve, what's your status, over? I said into the mic, obviously irritated. Listen, was all I heard Tom replied. What? He's right, Jim, Steve intervened. Listen to the radio. Deciding to play along, I stopped talking and pressed my ear to the circular speaker on the control panel. That's when I heard it. There was an absence of static, replaced by a nearly inaudible whisper, along with some sort of mixture of sounds ranging from clicking to crushing to smacking. The whisper portion of the sound hybrid was indecipherable in what it was trying to say. What on earth is that god-awful noise? I cried, shaking with fear. We're not too sure, but it started 20 minutes after you lost communication with us, Tom explained. Nothing much else had happened when I was on the near side. 10 minutes after I came aware of the noise, Steve said, the rover tracks seemed to be going over the crater over there. As they neared the edge of the crater, the noise increased drastically in volume, almost to a high-pitched shrill. I covered my ears and gritted my teeth. What's happening? I screamed. The noise died down. It's as if the nearer we got to the craterlet, the louder the noise gets, Tom said. Where's it from, though? There's no sound in vacuum, so it must be on the frequency. They had no answer for me. Soon I was back on the near side, and Gus asked me for an update. I decided not to tell him about the noise. Told them that Tom and Steve were following the tracks of the previous astronauts. And that was that. Within 40 minutes I was back on the far side, but something was different this time. Tchaikovsky was black. Only Tchaikovsky was black. All other craters were doused with the blazing light of the sun. For some reason, this massive crater was jet black, darker than the night sky. It was supposed to be noon on the surface here. It started as soon as you swung around to the near side, Tom explained. We've been navigating back with the lights on our helmets. We had to give up on the search for the crew of the 18. The noise was still there. I looked down at the foreboding crater in the night. It looked like a pit that led all the way to the deepest recesses of hell. I struggled to see the pinprick of light against the dark. That would be my friends. Nothing could be seen. It was like the darkness itself swallowed the light. I couldn't take my eyes off of it, not until I swung out of vision over the horizon. What's your status, 19? Gus asked. Tchaikovsky is enshrouded in darkness, I said, matter-of-factly. Why? The telltale pause was back. Then the bull excuse. Maybe it's some sort of light phenomenon. Like how in the poles, Earth's light experienced for 6 months. I switched off the radio. Not long later, I was back on the far side. As soon as I entered range of the communication with the ground crew, I heard heavy panting, as if someone was running frantically. Something was definitely not right. Tom, Steve, what's the matter? I yelled into the mic. Tom is dead. Steve cried between the gasps. They got him. They? I screamed in terror. Who are they? Things, beings, 8 feet high. They're blacker than the night and shrouding me. These things rise up from the dust. They flipped over the rover and got Tom. Rised up from the dust? Ascending from the ground to kill us all. I'm on the way to 18's LM. I'm a quarter of a mile away. I may make it. You're not making any sense, I was crying by this point from confusion and fear. What are they? Before Steve had a chance to answer, he was screaming. I heard him yelling, pleading, begging, whatever he had to do. I told him to leave him be. I listened as if the things tore his suit to shreds. As oxygen escaped, I could discern some of the sickening crack. As well as the sound of ripping flesh, the last thing that came in from Steve was the last convulsive sob, followed by a pop when it was all over. I suddenly heard the strange noise, louder than ever, blaring through the radio. Instantly I switched it off, but the noise continued. I covered my ears until I was back on the near side where it ceased. Switched the radio back on. I screamed at Gus. They're dead. Tom and Steve have died. They said some sort of things rose up from the dust to kill them. What are they? This time Gus replied. All he said was, it happened again. After that, there was static. Mission Control ended contact with me. Then I realized they were going to leave me in orbit to die. That's probably what happened to 18 CMP. Either that or they gave him the wrong re-entry coordinates, causing him to burn up on purpose. They didn't want word to get out about what's happening on the moon. Well, I resolved to try. When I swing back around to the far side, the noise was back to a quieter whisper. Soon I reached the optimal time to make a burn to send the ship home. I switched on the rocket. Nothing happened. I began to laugh hysterically. I came to the conclusion that anticipating this would take place and not wanting to risk us spreading word of what happened, the NASA supplied us with insufficient fuel to get home. There was no hope of my returning to Earth. This transpired 2 days ago. Since then, I've just been sitting here, contemplating what to do. Meanwhile, the voice that continued to speak to me, I don't like it. The words make more sense now. They tell me bad things. I don't know what worse, the static from the near side or the whispering voices of the far side. Rather than prolonging this torture, I've decided to open the hatch without my suit on as soon as I finish writing this down. Hopefully one day it will be found. Before I do so, though, I would like to issue this one last warning to the Earth. Do not return to Tchaikovsky. In fact, do not return to the far side of the moon. All that one will get from here is death. This is Jim McGraw, Command Module Pilot of Apollo 19, signing off for the last time. It's kind of a long one. How you guys doing? How many people we got in here? Oh, nice. Hey, Claire, how you doing? I'm actually streaming at a regular time today, just for a couple days until my crew goes back out. Hey, Zachary, how you doing, bud? I hope all is well in your world. Sleek's still here too. Well, right on, Sleek. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad everybody's here. You miss me? Like a sniper misses somebody? Ah, jeez. You're going to make me Google that, David. This is... That's what you said. No, Pip, that's actually Claire's name on Discord. So you don't have to delete it. She knows that I wouldn't say her name. I'd only say C. It's fine. It's fine, Claire. It's just my mods are very protective. They know I don't deal with bad language. You're re-downloading NASCAR Heat 3. So David, you said I like to do crappy ratchet. Hope you should be excited. David, watch your language, bud. Crazy. Russia is clueless. I don't think so. I hope you're all well. Let's finish this beer and crack open the next one. Oh, that's good. I bet Nathan's streaming by now. Let me see. YouTube. Yeah, give me YouTube. Marry you? Oh. I'm afraid of you. Let's see, Nathan. Is he gonna be on Nayplay? No. Or is he gonna be on Nathan? He is live right now. His normal channel. Alright, well. I think I've streamed long enough. I think I'm going to end the stream, so everybody jump over to Nathan's stream. That will be cool. I got to go to bed here soon anyways. So I'm going to finish this beer, then chug my sleep drink, and then hopefully wake up at 6:30 in the morning. You wish you could donate a Budweiser? No, I'm fine. I've got enough beer. Normal time Chappy is the best. Well, I don't normally fall asleep until 9. I just stay there playing on my phone for an hour. But, yeah, I think we're going to get off here. Thank you all for coming to the stream. You're all awesome. I hope your job interview goes awesome tomorrow. You guys be awesome. I'm getting out of here. And tomorrow, we build the computer. So we got that to look forward to. So anyways, guys, you're all awesome people. But on that, I will see y'all tomorrow. Until then, be creepy.